Palm Springs, California is a beautiful desert city with a legendary history with the film industry and a welcoming city which celebrates people of all races, cultures, sexual orientations, sexual identities, and ages. Positive Spin Springs was honored to interview Grace Garner, the city of Palm Springs' first Latina mayor. She spoke about her plans to build on the city's rich cultural diversity, the innovative plans to serve the city's homeless, and Palm Springs' new sister city of San Miguel de Allende in Mexico. Let's join the new mayor of Palm Springs at City Hall. Madam Mayor, can you tell our audience about your life before you became a city council person and now the mayor of Palm Springs?
Well, I grew up here in Palm Springs. This is my hometown. I'm a second-generation resident, and I graduated from Palm Springs High School in 2003. After graduation, I went to Pitzer College, where I was the first person in my family to graduate from college. And after that, I went to Washington, D.C., where I worked on reproductive health issues and LGBTQ issues. Then I decided to go to law school. And after law school, I worked in various legal positions in international arbitration, as well as for the Department of Justice in their consumer protection branch. So I've done a little bit of everything, but always connected to the political arena.
Can you tell us what inspired you to run for elected office?
I've always been interested in politics, and I've always wanted to run for public office, ever since I was a little girl. I learned really early on that it matters so much who we elect, and that the people who are making these decisions have an opportunity to make people's lives better. And an elected official can make the lives of hundreds or thousands or even hundreds of thousands or millions of people's lives better. And that's something that really appealed to me, the ability to help as many people as possible, as quickly as possible.
As the first Latina mayor of Palm Springs, what are your programs for the growing Latino community?
We've always had a robust Latino community in Palm Springs. That's the community that I'm from. And one of the things that we've always been missing is more cultural events and more multi-generational events. You know, the Latino community is very multi-generational. It's common for grandparents and parents and children to all be living under the same roof. So I want to see us do more events that reflect that diversity in age, as well as connect to the Latino culture. It's not just Mexican people who are here, it's also people all over Central America and South America. One thing we've done is host a Dia de los Muertos event, and that's something that my mother and I started in 2020. We did a huge altar outside at Victoria Park, and then the Parks and Rec Department took it over, and now they're doing it every year. And I think it's a wonderful opportunity to really showcase the culture of many of our residents.
Your district lies in the center of the African American community. What programs are being developed for them?
We have a very robust and engaged Black community in Palm Springs. They've been that way since the 1960s, and I love that. The Desert Highlands Gateway Estates neighborhood, which is the primary location of the Black community, hosts a monthly neighborhood meeting. They're very engaged. They have the Black History Committee, which is hosting tons of events this February for Black History Month, culminating in a parade. And so I maintain very close contacts with that community. One thing we've done recently is put out to bid 3 city lots for housing. We want to create home ownership opportunities for the folks who live in that neighborhood, and also to expand their park. The James O. Jesse Park is not fully built out, and what we're doing in this coming year is creating a parks master plan, where we'll look at all of our parks and figure out what it is that we need to improve them, and that will include what do we do to expand the James O. Jesse Park. And there's just so many ideas that have already come forward.
We live in a city with an expanding homeless population. I know there are plans for a facility for the homeless. Do you feel that facility goes far enough in addressing this issue?
Our navigation center is coming at the end of the summer, and I think it's going to be a huge help in solving the problem with homelessness and the unhoused. Right now, we only have a small amount of shelter spaces available, and it's simply not enough. The navigation center will have 80 units that are transitional housing. They'll have a bed and a bathroom and some sort of kitchen features depending on the size. And the navigation center will also have wraparound services, support with getting job assistance, rehab for maybe drug addiction or assistance in mental health issues. All of those things will be addressed at this center, and that will give people an opportunity to improve their lives and find permanent housing, which is really the root of this issue. We're also working on developing as much affordable housing and housing at every income level to really address this problem from the start. We don't want people to end up homeless. We want them to have secure housing.
As the first Latina mayor of Palm Springs, what is the significance of the sister city relationship with San Miguel de Allende?
It's really exciting that we have a sister city program with San Miguel de Allende. We just recently signed that agreement, and the mayor of San Miguel de Allende, Mayor Trejo, is very excited. He wants to do a cultural exchange with young people and making sure that our youth have an opportunity to visit Mexico and also to visit the United States, which I think is really exciting. Personally, as a Mexican American, I'm excited to be partnering with a city in Mexico for our first city. I think it helps to honor the many Mexican people that are here in Palm Springs and the Coachella Valley. And I'm just excited to have an opportunity to use my Spanish and interact with the culture on a more regular basis.
Palm Springs is known around the world as a very welcoming city for people of all races, cultures, sexual orientations, sexual identities, and ages. How will we continue to expand upon that to make the city even more welcoming to people throughout the world?
It's incredibly important to me and to the city to have diversity and to support everyone that lives in Palm Springs. It's been such an honor for me personally to serve on a city council that is majority LGBTQ. When I was growing up here, there was still a lot of homophobia in the city. And it's not completely gone, right? But it's a lot less. And we have this city that is so embracing of people of different sexual orientations and races and cultures. And it just makes my heart happy to know that. And we work really hard to continue that. We make sure to do proclamations in honor of different communities. We make sure to be in constant communication with different folks to understand their needs and any additional assistance they might need. And I think those are the kinds of acts that really make sure that people feel welcome here and that they are excited and happy to live in Palm Springs.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. It has been a pleasure to speak with you. We feel like we know a lot more about our city at this point. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.